location, it's actually because of the way that the land itself is shaped. So we actually have a very concentrated region that is the Napa Valley. It stretches for about 30 miles in length, and it's about 5 miles wide. Within those 30 miles, you're going to find 13 different microclimates. The microclimates themselves are going to make it possible for us to be able to grow a wide range of fruits. The microclimates themselves also make it possible for these 16 different American viticulture areas to form within wines, rosés, sparkling wines, sweet wines, a little bit of everything around here. And so this technology actually makes it possible for us to do so, because we can raise and lower the temperature as much as necessary to provide the ideal temperatures for the style of wine that we're going to be making. White wines do ferment at a lower temperature, about 50 degrees, and our red wines are going to ferment at a higher temperature, about 80 degrees. In order to start fermenting our wine, we actually need to ferment our fruit. We'll do so by hand. So hand sieve our fruit so we can start with the best fruit possible. We can produce the best wines possible. Once we have these fruits gathered, we're going to put the fruit. So this is the 88 brew. You get an idea of the from this last harvest. And so majority of these have only been in here for just a few months. They were mostly all barreled in October of last year. These are going to be all Pinot Noir barrels that we see all the way down. And then depending on the varietal itself, it's going to determine how much time they want to be. Because there's microscopic holes all around the barrel. They're going to allow for air to get in and air to get out. So essentially the wine inside is breathing. And it does need that certain level of oxygen in order to soften up the tannic structure. You're also going to allow for the wine to start to extract flavor from the barrel. You do get a lot of those non-fruit components from the barrel itself, like the smokiness, pepperiness, spiciness, some of the creamy, buttery textures. A lot of that comes directly from the barrel. And all of our barrels that we're using are going to be French oak barrels. We're using French oak exclusively for our production because it's going to offer the right sort of flavor influence that we're looking for from these barrels, which tends to be a little bit mild when you have more on the mild side in comparison to like American oak or Hungarian oak. On the varietal for another year or two, the bottle resting before we can actually Cabernet or to be a juice a little bit over time. So it gets to the point where you're not really getting the same sort of flavors that you're hoping for from the barrel. And so after that, we're going to resell to the wineries, distilleries, or maybe breweries that might be interested in using these barrels for their own production. But the only instance in which we will use a second use barrel is going to be for our Balikbayan vineyard Chardonnay, which we're going to get a chance to try that in a little bit when we make it to our tasting group. Our Chardonnays are going to be the only white wines that we're going to be making as part of our production that spend time inside of the barrel. Everything else is going to be either stainless steel only or spend some amount of time inside of a concrete egg. But all of our reds do spend some time inside of the barrel, and our Chardonnays do as well. Our reserve Chardonnay is going to spend a full 12 months inside a brand new French oak barrel, and our Balikbayan vineyard Chardonnay spends only 10 months inside a second use barrel.
Hello!
Prohibition. The rest of these cells are going to be holding some easy wines, some reserve wines, also a little bit of our wine storage down at the end.
Mga lumang wine.
They just watched
Mahal yan.
For you?
Yeah, and it was Dalton.
That's so funny. Does this feel a little familiar?
No, that aging them here.
I've been here before. Now it's pretty incredible the way that they were able to build all of this underneath as well. So you can go right in there, guys. 10:30. Very good. Welcome to the armory, everyone.
Wow.
Here in the armory, you're going to find our suits of armor, we have a weaponry, and you have a pit of despair right over here. And then in the back over there is the pit of despair. So that's a feature that back in those days they would have used for those prisoners that were considered expendable. So essentially anyone that they noticed they didn't want to bother torturing, they're going to throw into the pit of despair, and they're going to let them spend their final days inside of the pit, which would have been a very short-lived future, because those that went into the pit are not being clothed, they're not being fed, they might die from starvation, exposure, or disease. So truly an awful way to go. It's not the worst way to go once you see what we got going on downstairs, because we do have our torture chamber below us. It's another great area for photos for anyone that might want to take some pictures in here. You can certainly do some.
Someone being tortured?
Good job. Kailangan ko.
On display, where we have our torture rack here, we have the chopping block, we have the cream crusher, the spike, hot seat.
The torture chamber.
We have our cage as well.
Oh.
This is the torture rack. So that's where they would actually
So
stretch
dito.
people on there.
Choky sa Matilda.
They did one with the pins, shackle them on this side, and they would start to question these individuals. And they would turn the wheel if they're not cooperating to try to get them to release more information. And so that's a really gruesome way because when they were stretching the body, it would cause for these rollers to start to turn. So it would cause them to puncture each time that the body stretches. Yeah. Are we giving you ideas? Be careful. And then everything is pretty much a replica of this group with the exception of the Iron Maiden, which the Iron Maiden is one that is pretty gruesome when you find out how it works. So this is a 13th century piece. This one I have a suspicion had been used at some point in time, but I can't confirm or deny that. Either way, you would think that as soon as somebody goes into the Iron Maiden, as soon as they close the door, the person inside is pretty much a goner, right? Which is true, but it's not something that's going to happen right away. And that's because of those spikes being placed in areas that are going to be non-vital. So essentially they're going to hit areas that are not going to kill someone instantly, but really cause them to bleed out very slowly and painfully over an extended period of time. It's a really gruesome way to go.
Wow.
Very good. So we are going to get a chance to do a little barrel sampling, guys. So this is where we're going to taste 2021 Napa Valley Cabernet Sauvignon. We have the barrel.
What? Abi?
Has anyone done barrel sampling in the past?
I have.
Very good. So today you are in for a treat. We're actually going to taste some of this 2021 Cab directly from the barrel. It's going to give us a pretty unique experience as to what's happening inside of the barrel. So this is a wine right now that is still undergoing the process. So it's still going to require a few more months inside of the barrel where we're going to allow it to continue to barrel age in there. We are going to give this Cabernet about 3 more months in here before it's going to go into the bottle. After it's been bottled, it's going to rest in the bottle for about 2 years before we can actually release it. So it does have quite a ways to go, right? But it is something that you can actually buy today. For anyone that might be interested in purchasing this wine as a future, you can get it as a pre-sale item that you would receive at a 20% discount. That would ensure that you lock in your case of this wine, which is something that's selling out pretty quickly. Because of the people that missed out on the 2020 cab, they're starting to buy out this 2021 because it's something that is showing a lot of great promise and potential, and really one that's going to be a great release for us here. So Cabernet, again, being our specialty in this part of the Napa Valley, is one that's always going to show those really promising notes. This wine is going to be one of the better vintages for Cabernet to come out of here for some time, being that it's a 2021. It was a year after the fire. So the fire season was like that, enjoy our harvest, but harvest came back with a vengeance. Taste that in the food itself, so that it's producing right now. The flavors give you a better feel of the flavors. It's not everyone. So feel free to step up and grab a glass here. We're going to go ahead and taste. And for anyone that might want to just taste this out, you can certainly do so. Just remember to swirl those around a little bit.
Isang baso lang. Ano mo nilang?
Ay!
Okay po ba yung wine?
Sabi kasi sip lang. Baka malubok ko pati baso. Okay, may shooting. Ayaw pa mamay. Uy, ang ganda naman itong mga bote. Nautot ako.
Ay, tanggalin mo yung isa. Tingnan natin ang mangyayari.
What's this? A shop?
This is an extension of our gift shop area and our standing bar area as well. The main gift shop area is actually the next room over. So for those that are going to come back here to shop now, certainly do so. Those that are going to be purchasing wine are also welcome to check out the register there's a plastic gift shop here. I would help you place an order when we're at the tasting, and then you are going to be checking out on this side over here. And again, all these different areas that you just checked out as part of the portion of the tour are going to be available to you once we're done with our tasting over here. But I'm going to bring the group into the back, and you have a private tasting.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is it true that if
shipping a wine like that, for example, it's something that's going to help absorb shock when it has that. If it's a flat bottom bottle, then if it does have any sort of if it bangs up against something, it has the opportunity to kind of break, so it's a little bit more shock resistant in that way. It's also helping in.
It has nothing to do with the content.
It can, because usually wines that are going to take the time to add those sort of extra features to really help preserve the wine might be a winery that's going to take more interest in maintaining the quality of the wine, if that makes sense.
Because all of the bottoms are big.
Yeah, for all of our wines, yeah, for the most part, they're all going to have that. And you are going to see some that don't, like these guys right over here. But for the most part, you're going to see them in a lot of like the red wines, for example, also because of the sediment. They help the sediment kind of fall to one side. When you pour it, it doesn't all shoot through the wine. So the two bigger reds for the red section. And then for anyone that's not a big fan of sweet wines, if you would rather do an additional round of reds, let me know, and I can always pour an extra red for you, okay? But I know sometimes not everyone is big on sweet wines. Let's
ano yung pino?
Okay pa ba kayo?
Medyo nalasing na ako.
Namumula na ata si Nina eh.
Tapos sa ng blush on yan.
Yeah.
Pasok ka na ng tayo. Tingnan mo, gila ganda na.
Baka namumula ng mga bisyo nyo ha.
Blush on lang yan.
Blush. Yung sawa ko, hindi pa namumula. Hindi na ilong. Hindi mo na ilong.
Patutuwa ka naman.
We'll do the Yountville Pinot Noir. That's going to be the first one on the red wine section, as well as the Napa Valley Merlot.
Yeah.
So that was going to be towards the bottom. The Pinot Noir is going to be the lightest red on our list. Light in color, light in body, very soft tannic structure for this one. Higher acidity, that's going to help him pair beautifully with most proteins. Makes a very versatile food wine for that reason, as you can enjoy with red wine, or sorry, with red meats, white meats, fish, or pork. Definitely one that is also very sippable because of how light it is. You can kind of just sip it on its own and not have to pair with much to enjoy. Makes a great party wine for that reason. You'll get some nice jammy notes of dark berries and hints of toasted oak as well. For the Merlot is going to be a 2017 Napa Valley Merlot, which this one is going to have more of a medium body to it. This one does have also some very well incorporated tannins. It is going to have a flavor profile of red berries, dark chocolate as well. Definitely one that you can enjoy with some of those richer meals like braised short ribs, blackened salmon, mushroom risotto, because of its higher acidity. So definitely one that pairs beautifully with those meals.
Do we have salmon?
I know good place. I know good place. Yeah, I know. Like I said, as soon as it gets close to my lunchtime, I just start thinking about food, and then I make everyone else hungry. And promise I'm not doing it on purpose.
With some food as well.
We offer a cheese tour. So we have a few times during the day where we offer a cheese tour, which includes cheese and charcuterie pairing. But for the standing bars, no salmon, no, not at this time.
We actually brought some. Can we open it?
It's funny you say that. I actually had a group that was a dairy club from Minnesota that brought their own cheese, and they were like, taste some cheese and all
No,
that.
but we have
Like,
our own steak and salmon.
Only if you share.
Sure.
Here we go.
Merlot.
Merlot.
Friendly.
Here we go.
Need mo ng joke,
The Pinot Noir. You're gonna notice the Pinot is a lot lighter in comparison to the Merlot. Very different. Merlot Brio. There you go. Oops, got a little spell there. Sorry about that. And these are
I'm gonna get both.
1 and 1.
Yeah.
Let's do our Merlot. It'll be here. 2017 Napa Merlot,
Ikaw.
as well as the 2019 Il Rubino Pinot Noir.
I'm not driving today, so
There you go. I love it. Enjoy. Pinot Brio.
Ayun yan, ah.
There you go. And the Merlot for yourself.
ano to?
Ayun yung iyo.
Ito yung Merlot ba yan? Merlot. And then
Kanina
tingnan mo.
yung dessert parang
Ikaw. Taste it.
This is the.
Mamaya na yung breadstick. Oh, cheers. Oh. Cheers. Cheers, guys. Cheers, sana okay lang kayo. Happy New Year.
Ano Cabernet? Char. Iba pala yung
Merlot. Ha?
Ang sarap.
Di mo masarap? Masarap? Merlot siya.
So that's how we have this part.
Kasi, Merlot.
Temperatures, right? So this is actually a North Coast Pinot. Means
Cheers, B.
we're sourcing it from different locations. We get fruit from Mendocino County, from Anderson Valley. We get from Rush River Valley, which is Sonoma County, and then Los Cabaneros, which is Napa.
Light?
So we are going to source
Mas gusto, ay, mas ano, mas
Hindi, mas light to. Ano to?
yung kulay din.
Ito yung Merlot.
Pati kulay. Pati kulay, magkaiba. Kapag lang ano.
Definitely, right?
Huwag niyo ako pansinin, nagbibideo lang ako ah. Oh, ang galing ah.
Kasi ka na lang ganyan. Oh, hindi ako lasing ang OA. Tagay pa nga.
Anong rate
1
mo?
plus 1 sila yun. Pagtikim, pag ganun ka.
Okay pa kayo dyan? Okay pa kayo?
Anong tawag sa mga viewers mo? Anong tawag mo?
Kabayan?
Hindi ako mga BJs kami. Mga BJs, nandito po kami live sa BJs. Sa Napa.
Mga ka-BJ so.
Giselle! Picturean mo nga si Juhaira. Kasing nakaw. Char.
Ayun na pa ako na naman.
Ikaw kasi yun, kasalanan mo yun, gumalaw ka. Ang dami mo kasi yung kasalanan.
Alam ko naman ibigay pagtatalo namin, nagpa-plastic.
Hindi naman picture, video to.
Ayan, gusto ko lang ngumiti.
Wala ka nang buwan.
Mamaya na lang. Ito!
Oh, ano gusto mo? Ano gusto nyo?
Pahiram nga. Okay. Kala nyo naman dito kayo nag-stay sa bahay namin.
Oh, bibidyo lang ako ha. Okay.
Kasama kayo dito.
Ano?
Ay, nagpa-picture na kay Kuya.
Okay naman mag-jowa. So for today's video, ito pong
Ano pong reaction nyo? Yan, ano ko?
itong pastel yung nakikita nyo, mukha lang siyang matagal na, pero 15 years na talaga siya. 15 years? Ano baba?
15 years ba talaga?
Di ba kayo nakikilig, mga guga? 15 na itong construction. So galing pa siya ng iba't ibang bansa at kasali doon ng France, Italy, Paraguay. Di ko alam. Saka nakinig kay Kuya, di niya binigay yung number ko.
Gusto mo na ba mag-jowa?
Di naman. Kita kasi talagang polite ka.
Kami na?
Okay na.
Ano yan?
Kaya mo na sa picture lang.
Okay na yun.
May picture nga daw
Tayo
kayo.
sa taas.
Ay, gusto nga dyan.
Gusto ba dito? Gusto ba dito?
Medyo may...
14 to say, right?
Hmm.
Wow, may 1 eh. Oh my God.
Ay, pucha. Ang gagi.
Tapos ang liwanag doon.
Ang mukha.
Ayan, isa pa. 1, 2. Oh, kiss, guys, kiss.
Kiss na naman. Ano ng kiss?
Hindi ka nakaka-kiss, no?
Ay, okay, ano.
Kiss daw.
Gustong gusto naman. Kami po. Ang papepe nung kiss parang virgin.
I-kiss yun na lang yung brightness.
Shalom.
Meron pa na yan. Itataas pa pala.
Go.
Uy, umihi kami. Natakot ako. Dito ako ihian. Ang liit pa.
Ang dilim pa.
Ang dilim. Ang liit.
At doon ako pumunta sa mas mababa. Sa check-in.
Ah, meron doon?
Oo. Ang haba ng pila.
Hindi pa ako nagsisisi.
Doon kami sa may yung parang white days. Uy, shit! Ano yan?
Bakit?
Ano? Sumisipon.
Get up. Okay na.
Kaya insidious na yan.
Let's go, let's go.
Follow the light.
Hey, nasan ka?
Nandito lang ako. Go na, go, go.
Dito ka. Follow my voice.
Follow my voice.
Gising na ako ng gising. Paano si Frank? Paano ko sinasabihan na naman?
Paisa naman. Makatawa? Makatawa? Mukha meron yan sa gabi.
Wow! Napagod ako, guys.
Wow.
Uy, bakit sila nandun? Bakit mas mataas pa rin ito? Eh, pagod na ako. I know, wala na energy ko.
Ano ba to? Castello?
Castellano. Amaro. Ben! May pagod na ako. Hindi, mas magandang ko yung picture doon. Wala, tatapin ko na. Sira TV.
We're in,
Alam mo yung
I
name?
don't know where we at, but I'm already like, you know, my head is hurting. Spinning around. Magpaka-social ka, dali.
Gutom na eh.
Hindi ko kaya, be. Hindi ako panggap na tao. Pinig ko asin ako. Nasaan ba yun?
Chicken, tsaka yung pork chop.
I've been walking for so long with just enough of the love I lost. Watching from the sidelines, waiting for signs that it's alright. 'Cause I will float through the night time.
So ano na, dapat may nagsasalita ka. Huli talaga siya sa balita. So we're here in Yountville.
Yeah.
So ano yung nararamdaman niyo right now? So freezing cold.
So freezing.
Ano nga ba yun? Yung nakita niyo yung sana, umorder ako ng vanilla.
Oo. Ano nga ba yung sa Starbucks? Umorder ako ng ano pa yung bendit yung sinabi. Ano yung sinabi? Pero yung bendit. Frappe.
Frappe.
Order ako ng frappe. Tapos isang vanilla. Tingnan natin yun. Pili ka bagay-bagay. Pag-tiktok ka na, be. Hanapin mo nga yun. Wala nga pag-tiktok ako.
I can feel your heart beating soft now. Gone, I will never know. So tell me where the
Pampataas ng views.